what they will do. Some of y'all gonna testify in the comment section. Some of y'all were riding in the car with one of these birds. Y'all had done got into a argument. The narcissist basically was going top rate speed down the freeway. You didn't know that car had literally turned into a torture chamber. You didn't know if you were going to ever make it to a landing place. And if you did make it to a landing place with that car flying down the freeway like that, were you going to even be alive when you made it there? Yeah. Yeah. This is what they do. No cap. This is for real. This is what they do. They will take your life and put it at risk. Why? All because you caught them in a lie.
I am not an attorney and this is not legal advice, but judging from the comments on this video, the testimony that the lady provided, a lot of people seem to identify and relate to the abuse that she went through. Here I liked some of the comments. Ladies, like you're speaking to me, had all this happen. My husband did that to me. I stopped riding with him in the car. Here we're gonna see a situation of a woman that was with her 2 kids and mother also in the car. Seems like narcissists are using vehicles as weapons to traumatize and terrorize the passengers. So what I want to find out is if this is actually a crime. There's something called criminal statute codes, and if you don't know what that means, don't feel bad. I didn't know either until I survived domestic violence. A statute code is the code that corresponds with abuse that you may have suffered. So there's a little app that I developed, it's a nonprofit, that you type in the abuse that you've been through. We're gonna go through this exercise soon, and it'll tell you the potential criminal statutes that may have been violated. You can then grab that criminal statute code, take it to police, and show the supporting evidence that you have. So let's go through this exercise and see if in fact this may have a criminal statute code assigned to it. Go to statutematcher.org and then you click use now. Okay, so let's type in the abuse that you've been through, which was I was in the car with my husband and he was speeding at 120 miles per hour. My 2 kids were in the car with us. He screamed, threatened me, and told us that he was going to crash the car and kill us all if I called him a liar again. Now let's find out if that's a criminal statute code. Country and state, I'm gonna put Arizona. Jurisdiction to find out the laws. So describe any other incidents, physical acts, violence, stalking, harassment, invasion of privacy. He just threatens me a lot and I want to leave. Let's keep it exclusively to this car instance. Let's focus on the incident of the car. Okay. It says it's aggravated assault. Covers situations where someone intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly causes serious physical injury or places someone in reasonable apprehension of imminent physical injury. Your husband's actions in the car, such as speeding dangerously and threatening to crash, could fall under this category. Okay, you got that code. What's the next one? Endangerment, ARS 13-1201. Applies when a person recklessly endangers another person with substantial risk of imminent death or physical injury. The act of speeding at 120 miles per hour with threats of crash, especially with children present, could be considered endangerment. Another one, threatening or intimidating, ARS 13-1202. Instances when someone threatens or intimidates by a word or conduct or cause physical injury to another person, serious damage, property, okay? So it'll also tell you the key pieces of evidence include audio recordings, witness testimonials, or other forms of documentation. Now, statute of limitations is how long you have to report the crime since it occurred. You have 7 years, according. And you should always double check this. This is not a criminal attorney. This is not giving you legal advice. But it also hyperlinks the different statute codes, which is fantastic. It provides a little disclaimer. And yeah, you should always be your own best seller's advocate. This information is power. And I hope that we can get this out to every victim is my goal. I have nothing to sell. I really am passionate about giving people the knowledge that they need to really put these people away that are tearing down the fabric of society. Now, don't lie, people. If you lie to police, you're going to go to jail. It's actually misdemeanor 1 in Arizona. Okay, so let's see. I have no recordings. What do I do? You can talk to it like a human. It's artificial intelligence I designed. So if you don't have recordings or other direct evidence, there's still steps you can take. So witness testimonials. Yeah, that's not very strong though. Witness testimonials. Documented communicate. That's better. Text messages, emails, social media posts where he may have made threatening remarks or can serve as evidence. Photos. Okay. Personal documentation, not very strong. Medical records, if there were any, but not in this case. He was just speeding. Legal advice, you can talk to a lawyer about that. So how can I prove it after it happened? Can I get him to admit it via text? Let's see what it says. It's a good question, right? Because sometimes in the moment when we're being abused, we may not have the phone with us, or we may be so scared that we can't record. Can be challenging, but there are strategies you can use. Look at this, giving you strategies. Regarding getting an admission via text, this can be a sensitive approach and may or may not be successful or safe, depending on the circumstances. Here are some considerations you may want to take. Yeah, of course, safety first. These people are violent, you gotta be careful. Natural conversation, yeah, you can't just be all awkward about it. As natural as possible. Screenshots, records. Other evidence, continue gathering evidence, photos, witnesses. Okay. So I've provided 3 potential codes. You always have to double check the information. Not legal advice. They may be the codes that correspond to it, but for someone that doesn't have a lot of money and cannot afford an attorney, this is definitely a step in the right direction. So if you found this video valuable, share it with a friend, and you may even want to try the app yourself and see what you find. Rafael Destai, until next time.